If I have any kind of special effect sounds to put at this point, I'm gonna insert them right now, okay? Tell me, how lucky, how blessed could we have been? Good morning, you guys. Happy Tuesday. If you've never seen me before, I'm Tandra, also known as Thriller Mom. I'm a blogger, a freelance writer, and a YouTuber, as you can see. This is our channel where we just kind of, show you guys our lives, our travels, things that we do. Hopefully you've been here before and that's why you're here now. And if that's the case, you know that we try to post on Saturdays and Tuesdays. Well, let me tell you, the end of last week, my kids were sick. We did nothing all towards the end of the week, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, nor Sunday did we do anything. We were just laid up. They had sinus problems. Yesterday, I woke up with sinus problems. So we haven't done anything worth vlogging about. So I just decided maybe I could do like a quick little story time. I'm going to try to give you something short and sweet, not take up too much of your time. Let me warn you, my girls, I have two daughters, if you don't know that. They are, 9 and 4. They are sleeping right now. They will probably be up in a few minutes. Let me check the time. It's only 8:55. So I've been up, of course, since about 6 doing some work and whatnot. So there could be interruptions. Expect interruptions, all right? All right, so let's jump into it. And I'm going to try not to say so much because that is a problem. I have a habit of doing that. But I'm in my lounge wear, so I'm just going to chill with you guys. And today is the day this post will hopefully go up. It's due today. I couldn't think of anything else to do. The topic or subject of this story is about a trip that Johnny and I took to the mountains. Let's see. I don't even know how many years ago. We only had one child though. And I think Alora, my oldest, I think she was maybe 3 or 4. So this has been some years. And besides all that, my hair was cut off. Like it was this short. I went natural, had my big chop, if you know what I'm talking about. I had that done. So yeah, it's been a long time because I've been natural for, as a matter of fact, it had to be 2010 because that's when I went natural. So, all right, let's get into it. Okay, so this was a last minute trip, right? And I want you to tell me, I want you guys to tell me if you think this was just a coincidence or was God showing up and showing out, all right? All right, we decided to go to the mountains. We were going to Grandfather Mountain. It was about... We lived in Cary at the time, so I guess it was about 4 hours from us, something like that. It was last minute. It was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, holiday weekend or whatever. We called out there and all the rooms were booked. We could not find a room anywhere in Boone, like actual town or city limits. Could not find a room anywhere. The other rooms that we did find were like too far out or not close enough to where we wanted to be. So it was a headache. And also the rooms that we found, if they had any in Boone, they were charging like double because they knew people wanted to be out there that weekend. They had like this big ski, it's not a conference, but whatever it is, they have this big ski event out there, I guess each year during this weekend. So we ended up finding a place called Pinola. And it's a very, very small town, like a little spot on the map. But we decided to give it a try. They had like, there was a motel. And they didn't call the other one a hotel. It was something else. But the motel ended up being much cheaper. So, we're always ready for cheap. We like cheap as long as it's not dirty or anything like that. We said, yeah, why not? We got on the road, probably about 2 o'clock we left, and we were driving out there. We made a few stops, and we finally get there, and it's getting dark, right? No, it was dark by the time we got there, it was dark. So GPS tells us to make these turns, and I mean, we are going like way out into nowhere land, deep into the mountains. And I'm sitting here like, where are we at? I had no idea where we were, and we were in an area where I knew that my skin color was black. I'm gonna put it that way, okay? I had no hair. I'm dark skinned. Yeah, it was just that kind of place. So We were driving my little Saturn. I had a 94 Saturn. I had that thing for years. We actually just got rid of it a few years ago. So I had it for a very long time. And we pull up to this hotel. It is pitch black. You can't even see, like, I mean, there was nothing other than the light on in the place. It was pitch black. And to get to where we were going, the office for the place was inside of a store. And as you look into the store, you see this huge buffalo head. Yeah, buffalo head. I told Johnny, I was like, Johnny, who is my loving other half, I was like, honey, you go in there. I'll sit here, and if something starts happening, all you got to do is wave. I will drive up in there through the window, get you, we'll pull off. I'm like, I'm not going in there. So he goes in. I'm trying to make it quick, you guys. He goes in. I think, did I go in that night with him? I think he went in and got all the information. We ended up finding the motel. It was a motel for sure, but it was too late to be trying to find anything else. It was too dark. It was cold. Ice and snow was everywhere. We knew what we were getting into because we went to the mountains in winter. It was January, but there was ice and snow everywhere. We get into our room. We decided, you know what? It's decent, clean enough for us. We didn't have the kids, so we just decided to stay. We were like really, really tired too. So we got in there. We checked in the room. Next day we get up, we go sightseeing, we do all this stuff. We make it to, we went to the Blue Ridge Mountains, and no, Blue Ridge Parkway, I'm sorry, I went to Blue Ridge Parkway. We hiked all down in the woods, knowing we shouldn't be up there. It could have been mountain lions, anything up there, but that's just us. That's the kind of stuff that we do. So we're out, we're hiking and doing all this stuff, and we get to the Blue Ridge Parkway where you can walk like the trails in the mountain. There were a lot of people there at the time. So we walked on through the woods, and we were following everyone else. And I'm not saying there were like a lot of people, but there were quite a few people out there walking with us. And the parking lot was pretty full, and we didn't even get there until like later in the afternoon, something like that. We were out hiking since early afternoon or late morning, but by the time we got to the Blue Ridge Parkway, it was later. So we're going off through the woods, and I'll try to post some pictures if I can of some of the things we saw and how we looked, and to kind of give you an idea of what was going on at the time. So we hiked, we did all of that. We had a great time, took a bunch of pictures. By the time Johnny and I made it back to the car, we were the last ones in the parking lot. Like literally, when we walked, as we were walking into the parking lot, the car right before us was pulling out. We were the last car. All right, keep that in mind. It's getting dark. It's like, I want to say maybe about 5 or 6, because it's during that time it was getting dark pretty early. And so we go back into town. I love mom and pop shops. So there was one on the way to our motel, and I'm like, yeah, let's stop, because we had gone to like Linville Caverns and everything earlier in that day. Like it had been a long day. And so we stopped at this place. We go inside. It's the cutest place. They have like a bakery, all these other little goods and things. Like they had imported soaps and handmade crafts, and just, it was really, really cute, really quaint. And it was a very homey and comfortable feeling place. The owners were so nice, and we stayed in there. I would say we stayed in there like an hour maybe. We go inside, we're talking. It was a husband and wife. They owned the place. And the actual bakery, the wife, oh my God, y'all. Oh my gosh, this woman made the best strawberry cheesecake I have had to this day. Till this day, that's the best cheesecake I'd ever had. And they were telling me how they had been in some magazines, like travel magazines and things like that. So yeah, it was no joke. Is this going on? Okay, sorry. I think my battery needs charged on this camera, so if it cuts off, I'm sorry. So anyway, back to the story. So we made small talk. We talked about everything with these people, and it was like, yeah, the next time we come, we're going to come and try to interview you. And, you know, we're definitely going to stop by. We're going to tell all of our friends and anyone we know that's visiting the mountains to stop by your shop and your bakery. So they were the nicest people. We take our cheesecake. Johnny got some pecan, pie. Some pecan pie. Sorry, y'all. I can't think. It's early. I haven't even had my coffee yet. Anyway, we go. We all happy. We got some soaps. We got all of our stuff. These cute little bags and all this. Get in the car. Johnny gets ready to start the car. Nothing. The car would not start. We try again. And Johnny's a mechanic, okay? He knows how to fix. His slogan is, well, I'm not going to tell you his slogan because he's getting, you know, some things going on now. But anyway, he can fix a lot of stuff, all right? Car wouldn't start, car wouldn't start, car wouldn't start. He looked under the hood. He couldn't figure it out. We didn't know what was going on. We didn't have all the tools that we needed. He always brings tools, but he doesn't bring like his heavy duty stuff. And we needed heavy duty stuff at the time. We had to go back in that shop, tell that man that our car had broken down. He comes out. Of course, he's trying to help us see if there's anything he can do. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't figure it out. He offered to take us to our motel, which was only like a mile, maybe 2 miles down the road. But it was so kind of him. He didn't know us. You know, he was putting his own self in danger as far as he knew. You know what I mean? He didn't know us from Jack and Jill, as they say. But anyway, he took us back to our room, gave us his number, told us to call him the next morning. He would pick us up and take us into town so we could get tools and we could just leave the car at his shop because we didn't have any other choice other than getting it towed. But he was like, yeah, just leave it here. I'll come and try to help you guys tomorrow. Y'all, we called this man the next morning. He and his wife came out. I don't even know where they lived, how far away they lived, but they came all the way back to the motel, picked us up, took us into town, which was another like an additional 15 to 20 minutes away. Took us into town. The auto shop we went to let us borrow the tools for free, okay? He took us, okay, so that was Saturday when the car broke down. This was Sunday, so luckily this place was even open. I'm thinking it was Sunday. I don't remember, you guys. I think it was Sunday. But anyway, we went back to he took us to his shop. He and his wife were going to go, their shop it's closed on Sundays. So he was like, you guys work on it. My wife and I, we have to get to church and they had some other things they were going to do. So he was like, if you haven't gotten it fixed, give me a call and I'll come back and get you and take you back to your hotel. You talk about angels, right? Talk about angels, angels on earth. So Johnny's working on it, working on it, working on it. He could not figure it out. He could not get some things going on. The little things that he knew he needed to do, his hands couldn't fit in there because they were too big, too muscular. My little hands went in there and I could do a few things, but we still couldn't get it. Okay. This is the part where you get to tell me if you think it's just a coincidence or was God showing off. We're there, people, the location we were in, we were just in like this shop's little parking lot, a little gravel driveway. I'm talking mom and pop shop in the mountains, curves, like really, really steep curves and everything. Some people were flying and there had been accidents there while we were visiting, people going too fast, sliding off the side, going down the mountain. It was crazy. It was some serious like weather conditions out there. So we're working on it. All of these people are passing. Nobody stopped. I happen to look up this man in this truck. I see him. He's looking at us as he goes by. And as he's going around the curve, I see his brake lights come on. I'm like, okay, is he just slowing down or is he going to come back? Because I'm like, dang, nobody had stopped to even see if we were okay. So, you know, I'm just sitting there like, okay, whatever. The guy ends up pulling in. He comes back. He pulls in. He gets out of his truck, big, you know, burly guy. He gets out and he's like, hey, what's going on? Here's the thing. He said, let me see if I can figure out what's going on with your car. He was like, I work for Saturn for over 16 years. If I have any kind of special effects sounds to put at this point, I'm going to insert them right now, okay? Tell me, how lucky, how blessed could we have been? What were we driving? A Saturn. A 94 Saturn. The guy had worked for Saturn for 16 years. I think I hear children. Who's at my door? That one's locked. You have to come around the other way. I'm in the bedroom. It's the big one. Don't get on camera because I'm talking. Hey girls, good morning.
Hi.
Yeah.
2 toys are alive.
2 turtles?
Toys.
Oh, 2 toys were alive.
Yeah, we woke up this morning and we
Sorry,
looked,
hold on
and
one
Ken
second.
was jumping. Ken just jumped on remember the little fuzzies thing, remember?
Don't hit mommy's camera, babe.
He came he was over here on the floor and Ken was jumped on their house and we were like,
Okay.
I was like, could you do this?
Well, listen. I don't want to be rude, okay? So y'all tell me about your dreams and everything else that happened with your toys. Let me finish up and then you can tell me, okay? Give me about another maybe 5 minutes. All right? 5-10 minutes. Okay. We're going to get a little girl in a gown. Good morning, baby. Oh, that's the littlest one. Come bend down. Say good morning.
Good morning.
This is the oldest. This is Alora. And this is Vivi. Good morning, girls.
What's your today?
Okay, now go on. I told you they'd be up.
Hey.
No.
Krista.
I'm trying to keep this short, y'all. Okay, let me finish. Get out. They will talk y'all's ears off. So tell me, how lucky, how blessed could we have been to have been right there? All these people, all these strangers we didn't know helping us. And the coup de grace and the big finale was being there with a man, a stranger, showing up, working for the company who made the cars that we drove that broke down. He looked at it, figured it out immediately, and there we were. Okay, I asked you if you thought it was a coincidence or just God showing off. I know for myself that it was God showing up, showing off. You may not believe in God, and that's fine, but Tandra does. And I know that was God's doing, y'all. I'm telling you. To think that we could have broken down in the Blue Ridge Parkway where there was no one and we had like little to no cell phone reception, y'all. Seriously, we were the last ones there. There was no one else there. We could have broken down up there, but we broke down at a shop with the kindest people, so we weren't out in the cold freezing, having to walk and figure out our way in the mountains where there are bears, mountain lions and everything else. These people take us where we need to go, get the tools for free, and then this man helps us. I'm blown away thinking about it right now. So yeah, I'm in my feelings a little bit, but you know, things like this have happened to us and happened to me. Sorry, you guys. Oh, excuse me. I told you I've been suffering with sinus and allergy stuff since yesterday. I'm still a little bit sick, but I've been taking medicine. But yeah, you know, that's my testimony all throughout my life. God has been so good to me and to my family, and that's not something I'm going to deny for anyone. I don't care what anyone else's belief is. That's my belief and that of my family. We know that God has been with us, and we are truly fortunate and truly grateful. And I am just, I just feel so good even thinking about it now. But all right, you guys, I have been talking for almost 19 minutes. It's 18 minutes, 29 seconds and counting. So I'm sorry it's so long, but that is my story. I hope you guys enjoyed. And please, in the comments below, let me know if you think it was a coincidence or if it was God. And it doesn't matter what you think. I'm not going to judge you. That's fine, whatever you think. But I appreciate you watching to this point. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you have any, if you like this, you know, story time type of thing, let me know. This is my very first time doing it. But all right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and I will see you next time. Bye.